Hi everybody, I'm Danielle Jameson and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a little storytime video. Back in 2012 I found out that there was a fair on in my town. At this point myself and my boyfriend, my boyfriend at the time, we'd been together for literally not very long. I can't even remember exactly how long we'd been together, but it was not long at all. I think it was a matter of weeks. And he came up with this idea of, oh, let's go to the fair. Now me, loving any kind of rides, roller coasters, whatever, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Thank you, Lord Jesus. He obviously likes the fair, he likes rides. This is just something that's been sent from God. It wasn't, by the way. We didn't last very long in the relationship. Let's just move on. He came up with this plan of let's go to the fair. So we walked over to the fair. And you had to pay like a small fee to actually get in, and then you had to then pay on all of the rides. And there was just a lot of really spinny, fun rides there, and honestly I can ride any kind of ride with any amount of inversions. One of my favourite rides is the Smiler at Alton Towers, but really spinny rides like the Waltzer, I cannot, okay? I don't mind a bit of spinning, but then it gets to the point where I do start feeling ill and feeling sick. There was only about 5 small rides there and they were all spinny, every single one of them. There was a Waltzer, there was like Samurai at Thorpe Park. It escapes me right now. I'm having like some kind of crazy brain freeze and can't remember the name of the ride, but there was one of those, like Samurai at Thorpe Park. A couple of other like just really small spinny rides, but the one like Samurai and the Waltzer were like the two kind of bigger ones, I guess. The ones where everyone would go just to ride those. The first ride that we actually went on was the one that's like Samurai at Thorpe Park, and I really enjoyed that one. As I say, I'm normally alright on rides like that. It's on just full-on spinny rides like the Waltzer, which make me feel really ill. I'm just gonna call the ride Samurai because heck, it's pretty much the same thing. So after we went on Samurai, we went over to the Waltzers, and I was like a bit hesitant because I used to love the Waltzers as a kid, but then I had a really bad experience on a Waltzer where I was just really ill afterwards, and that's why I don't tend to go on them anymore. I went on it anyway, and you know when you're on a Waltzer and if it's just a bit of spinning, it's alright. Because basically, if you don't know, what happens on a Waltzer is usually there's like the ride operator in the centre or at the side or something, but then there's normally an extra guy, an extra staff member. He's in the ride area, and what he does is when your little cart kind of comes around, he will give it an extra spin. What was happening to me and my ex-boyfriend and a couple of his other friends, we were just getting constantly spun by this staff member, and he would not leave us alone. And we were just getting spun and spun and spun. And at this point, it was a really long cycle as well. So we were on it for quite a long time. And I was just starting to feel ill. Every second, I was just starting to feel even more ill and even more ill. And I could tell that my boyfriend at the time was feeling super ill as well. All of a sudden, you could just see him, like his face was just pale. And a couple of other of the girls of my ex-boyfriend's friends, they were there. Their faces kind of went a bit pale, and I was like, oh god, we're all just, there's gonna be like a massive sick orgy and we're just gonna all throw up at the same time. I was, oh, sick? I can't deal with it. I can deal with poo, I can deal with wee, I can deal with anything else, but spit and sick, big no-no. It just makes me cringe. I don't like the noise people make. I don't like the, it just, I was like imagining all this crazy shit, like we're gonna have a massive sick orgy, we're all just gonna be sick on each other and it's gonna be really, really horrible and disgusting. But finally this ride finishes and we all just kind of get off and we're like walking around like this, like, bleh. We all just kind of had to go and sit down somewhere just for a minute. But then one of my ex-boyfriend's friends was like, do you guys want to go on Samurai again? And I'm like, no, not really. I'm feeling really sick, got a bit of a headache. No, No way in hell am I gonna survive a cycle on freaking Samurai. And I could see that my boyfriend at the time was feeling just as ill as I was, if not worse. The thing is with my ex-boyfriend, guys, is he always used to like showing off. My boyfriend at the time is like, yeah, I'm gonna go on it. Oh God, worst decision. I was watching the ride. They all kind of go on it. Again, no queuing or anything, so they got on like straight away. I'm getting nightmares just fucking thinking about it. And on Samurai, I wouldn't say that it was an extremely long cycle, but it was long enough. You know what I'm saying? Like any longer and I would have started to feel a bit ill on it. So it was like a decent cycle on this ride. My boyfriend at the time just, on the ride, just freaking projectile vomited everywhere. Everywhere. He threw up on his friend. His friend was covered in puke. Like he kept throwing up on the ride. Like it wasn't just once, I think he threw up like 2 or 3 times. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't even right now. This is really disgusting. He's puking up on all of his friends. It was just nasty. They stopped, the ride operator stopped the ride, everyone got off. And I just remember my ex-boyfriend running at me, covered in his own sick, trying to give me a fucking hug. No. Sorry, dude. No. No. You stink of sick. You have sick all over you, and it's orange. What? And then his friend comes over and she's like, yeah, I don't think you want to kiss him. And I'm like, no, I don't. Oh, jeez. And oh, ugh. Well, my boyfriend goes in to, was it like a shop or like something? And he goes and he cleans himself up in the bathroom. Friend goes with him, and I was waiting outside for him for like 15 minutes while he got his shit together. I just remember him coming back out of the shop or whatever and just still just stinking of puke. And then I remember his friend coming out not long after him, and she just still stank of puke, and it was disgusting, and I just couldn't even, like, bearing in mind I was feeling extremely ill at the time too, so I don't like sick when I'm feeling 100% fine, never mind sick when I'm feeling really ill myself. So I was just like, do you know what, I'm gonna go home now. And I was just like, really awkwardly, I was just like, bye. And then he runs after me and he's trying to give me a hug and a kiss with his like sicky breath. I was on the bus home with my mum actually, and as the bus went past the fairground, I could still see my boyfriend just sat, and he just still looked ill as hell, you guys. He's just still looked so ill. I always say to you, if you feel ill, whether it's at a fair, an amusement park, a theme park, wherever, if you feel ill, don't ride any more rides because it is not a nice experience. I remember when my mum went on a waltzer quite a few years back, and she was incredibly ill. She was ill for about 3 days straight after riding a waltzer. So please, if you don't feel very well, please, for the love of God, don't show off, don't ride any more rides because you're gonna make yourself feel worse. I hope you kind of enjoyed this really impulsive video on a really disgusting topic. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, click on that subscribe button. But thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. See you later.